C. Now, yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, I asked you to work on question 4 and 5, correct?
Yes.
All right, so that's what we're going to double check right now. All right. Then yesterday I felt like we did such a good job that I might be able to get a little bit ahead and jump into showing you how to do the calculator, so tomorrow will be an easier day also. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to check your work for question number 5. Now, last class I got a little irritated because, honestly, I write down 3 rules that you have to follow, and then I walk around the room, and half the kids don't have the 3 rules. All right, and I just don't understand that. All right, it's very, very easy to graph a quadratic if you know these 3 rules. All right, but most kids are having trouble with these 3 rules. All right, so again, step 1, step 2, step 3. That's what you're doing. Then you're learning to plot the points, graph the y-intercept, and graph the axis of symmetry. All right, so let's go step by step. Again, this is how it should look on your paper. Step number 1, all right, we're finding the axis of symmetry. So to find the axis of symmetry, it is x equals negative b over 2a. Now, the problem here is there's lots of negatives. So I ask you to pay attention. B is what? Negative 6. So it's going to be negative 6. All right? That's right. It just means the opposite of whatever it was. Over 2 times negative 3. So this becomes 6 over negative 6, which equals negative 1. Now, again, this is something that you're just checking. All right, this is something you're checking. So x equals negative 1. All right, so we're now going to graph x equals negative 1. And that is the axis of symmetry. All right, x equals negative 1. That's step number 1. That wasn't that hard. All right, now for step number 2, I have to find the vertex. All right, so the vertex is going to be negative 1 comma something. It's negative 1, whatever you get when you plug negative 1 into the equation. So let's see. Y equals negative 3, negative 1 squared, minus 6 times negative 1 plus 7. So from there, I have y equals negative 3 plus 6 plus 7. Y equals 10. Somebody agree with that? So now you know that y equals 10. The vertex is negative 1 comma 10. Now look, I understand some of you guys yesterday were asking me about, well, it doesn't go down 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you got a little lost about what to do. Let me show you how to fix that real quick. All right. If you're graphing 10, look what I'm going to do right up here, guys. I'm just going to come right up here and I'm going to put a 10. I don't care how high you went up. If you mark it, then it's easy to tell what that is. Does anybody agree with that? That's negative 110. All right. Now I need to find the y-intercept. The y-intercept is 0 comma c, which in this case is 0, 7. So now I plot the point 0, 7, 10, 9, 8, 7. So I'm going to put a mark right there. I'm just going to call that 7. All right. Now, how far away am I from the axis symmetry?
1.
1 unit away. Do I agree? So that means I have to go 1 unit on the other side of the axis symmetry. So this right here would be that point. All right? And now you're just looking at the graph. Now, of course, this right here is a maximum. All right, some kids didn't know the difference between y is at a maximum and y is at a minimum. Maximum because it's the highest point on the graph. It'd be a minimum if it's the what? Lowest point on the graph. Now listen to me. I think everybody in here is capable of writing down those 3 steps. I just think you're capable of doing that. All right? Anybody have any questions with that? All right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because on the graph, how it's negative 110, so isn't it like over 1 and up 10? Right?
Yeah.
How, when I counted, that's like how you have it.
Because you weren't listening. Ready? I'm going to tell you real easily. I don't care how high up it is. 10 was off the chart, right?
Yeah.
So I just marked it. 10.
You can just.
Yeah, that's right. You can do that. That's exactly right. So if I ask you tonight, let's say 1 was like 35.
I could just mark it where
You don't count up 35 units.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That doesn't bother me. I don't care where you mark it. Now, does the person know that this point right here is negative 110?
Yeah.
Yeah, the person knows that because I what? I marked it. But if you don't mark it, then you would say that's wrong.
Yeah.
Right? But because of all the points are marked, just like this right here, that's not 7 units up.
Yeah.
But I said it's what?
7.
7. So it is 7.
Okay.
All right? The counting of the axis is not important. All right? It's the points that are on the graph that are important.
Can we go over number 4?
Number 4, this one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I skipped it. Here we go. Now we're going to do number 4. All right? So, number 4. Again, step number 1. All right, let's see how you did. Axis symmetry. X equals negative b over 2a. Negative, negative 6 over 2 times 1. 6 over 2 equals what? 3. So x equals 3 is your axis of symmetry. Does that make sense? That's not hard. Come on, guys. That is not hard. All right? Simple equation. So now I'm going to go ahead and graph x equals 3. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Here we go right here. Here we go right here. Perfect. Is everybody agreeing? All right, now we got to find the vertex. So step number 2, to find the vertex. I have y equals 3 squared minus 6 times 3 minus 1. So what does that equal? Negative 10, right? Again, that's good mental math right there. Negative 10. Any issues? Negative 10. All right? So my answer is 3 comma, that's considered the vertex. Do you agree with that? Okay, so now do I feel like going down to negative 10? Same situation, right? It doesn't matter to me where you put it. Some of you guys put it like right here. That's fine. If you want, you can put it right here and just say that's what? That's negative 10. And then this point right here is 3. Everybody happy with that explanation so far? 3, negative 10. And then step 3, y-intercept. 0, negative 1. Beautiful. So now we're going to graph the point 0, negative 1. So I come over here, I'm going to make a mark right here. And again, I'm going to call that negative 1 just because I want you to see it. Now I count over 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Here. Am I agreeing with that? And now what? Now I'm going to try to graph it. Everybody see that? That's not too bad. Come on, that's not hard at all. All right, those 3 steps and you're good. That's all you have to remember. All right, any questions? Okay. So now, while I'm going to walk around the room a little bit, your job right now is to do 6, 7, and 8. However, I got a little upset on number 7? Because what's wrong with number 7?
Oh, that's the wrong order. But you have to
That's
keep
right
the
order. It's in the
2x.
wrong order. So I need everybody to rewrite this. And I asked people to rewrite it, and people couldn't even rewrite it. Come on, I can't help you on that. If you rewrite it, it's going to be y equals what? Negative 2x squared plus 8x plus 3. Negative 2x squared plus 8x plus 3. Everybody good? Now, that's a very good question. Look up on the board so I can teach you something. Ready? Why is this 3 positive? Come on, you're not looking. What's that? Why is the 3 positive? No. Why is the 3 positive? There's a plus sign in front of it. True? Why is the x squared negative? Because there's a negative in front of it. Why is the 8 positive? That's exactly correct. Now you understand. No, I'm not moving it. I'm rearranging it. Moving it is like this. Moving it is when you move it from one side of the equation to the other, you change the sign. Isn't that what you're referring to? Did I move it? No, I just rearranged it is what I'm telling you. You with me now, right? Okay, so now listen, I'm going to pause the video for about 10 minutes. I'm just going to walk around the room and double check your notes, making sure you're in good shape. And then after that 10 minutes, I'm going to come back and I'm going to do whatever, probably number 7. And then after that, I'm going to show you how to use your calculator, which is a big deal today. All right? So if you don't have your calculator, go get it. All right? But right now, all right, I want to watch what you're doing. All right? Normally, I can tell you, most of you guys, 3 or 4 times and you're on the right track. Now, some of you guys, I'm not sure what you're doing. All right, so I'm going to go through a couple more problems, and it'd be in your best interest to pay attention. And when I say 1, 2, 3, put step 1, step 2, step 3. So right now I'm doing number 6. You should have already started that. All right, so you're kind of just checking your work. All right, so step number 1. Again, 1, axis of symmetry. X equals negative b over 2a. Now some of you made a mistake on this. It's negative, then what? Negative 4, which becomes a positive, yes. Over 2 times what? 2 times 1. So then negative makes a what? Positive. So it's 4 over 2, which is just what? 2. So everybody has x equals 2. If you got that part right, you give yourself a little check. Yes. You're 1 out of 4 so far. 1 out of 4. All right. Now we're going to start graphing x equals 2. So just come over to your graph. Put down here the vertical line x equals 2. All right. Now the next thing I want you to do is take a look. Question number 2. All right, or not question 2, second step. All right, I want the vertex. So your vertex is going to be 2 comma something. 2 comma something. Now you got to plug 2 in. Y equals 2 squared minus 4 times 2. 4 minus 8, which is what? 2 comma negative 4. 2 comma negative 4. So bear with me on this. Hey, come on now, girls. If you have a question, stay with me now. You girls all right with that?
Yes.
All right, come on. I know. But listen, anyway. All right, so now we're graphing the vertex. 2, negative 4. Now I'm looking for the y-intercept. The y-intercept confused some kids. The y-intercept here is what? 0, 0, because there is no c. 0, 0. Plot the point. 0, 0. Agree with that?
Yep.
Now, how far away am I from the axis of symmetry? 2. So I have to go what? 2 over. Here I am, right there. Now you have it. All right? Hey, Julian, you good? Miles? You good? Hey, are you good? Hanson,
Yes.
you in there? Girls up front. You guys okay? You're okay? You're good? Good? Girls up front.
Yeah.
All right. Now listen, what I need everybody to do now for me is I'm now going to try to show you how to use your calculator. So how are you doing? A little bit, make a little better sense, right? Okay, so now come up here and join me because I want you to use your calculator. See how important it was to go through and listen to the explanation, right? It's very easy, okay? Very, very easy.
I have extra battery.
Yeah.
I'm not 2%.
How much? How can you check if it's like out of battery?
You turn it off and on.
It turns off. It doesn't turn on and off.
Like it turns on, but then
Come on, there's a little sharp knife.
Don't we go to Y equals?
You can sit at my desk, kind of.
oh, I can see your
Just
desk.
come on. You're wasting my time. All right, and there's the charger right there on the wall. Do you see it? All right, here we go. Now, again, listen. This is going to require you to listen. All right, it's going to require you to listen. I don't have a calculator up. I'm not going to hold my calculator up and say C, C, C. This is what we're doing. Nope. Today's lesson is on listening. All right? So you have to stop what you're doing. All right? You have to stop what you're doing. And we're going to go all the way back to question number 1. And I'm going to teach you now how to find the maximum, or I'm going to teach you how to find the vertex. Did you get it in there or not? Yes, it does. That's what that is for.
Wow.
All right, here we go. Now again, hear me now. All right, we're ready to go. All right, so I need everybody, Miles. Now I'm talking to you guys. Got to zip it for me. I mean it. You gotta listen. All right, so now we're graphing. All right, I want everybody to go to y equals. All right, now we're gonna graph x squared minus 5. So I need you to type in, obviously, x squared minus 5. Now before you hit graph, I want to tell you what I need you to do. All right, first of all, it's been a while since you've done x squared minus 5, so everybody do that. Now I need you to hit zoom and then standard. And then just show me your calculator so I know what you know what you're doing. What is wrong with you? Where's your calculator?
I told you that.
You didn't tell me that.
Yes, yes.
I was probably ignoring you.
Yeah.
How did you know I got it?
All right, here we go. No.
I don't know how to work my calculator.
No, it works.
So hold them up so I can see, please. Yes, yes. Good, good. Let me see yours. Julian. You guys, hey, I hate to tell you guys, listen, I'm not going to get done if this is the way we're going to do it. So stop talking, and if you have a problem, just tell me. I don't want your neighbor to tell you got a problem. I want to tell you got a problem. What does it say?
Every time I do it, it like shows up for like 2 seconds and then it says
Because go to y equals, and then on y 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it might have some numbers or something in there.
mine's a little bit like smaller.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Zoom standard is the important thing. Stop talking. Hey, I mean it. Zoom standard what?
Every time I put it, I just
You didn't hit the X. X, right here. X.
Oh.
X, now squared. So are you good now? I fixed it. What, you up? Caroline, are you got it or not?
No, yes.
Okay, you're in. Okay, now, listen, here's the next thing. I want to show you now something before we go any further. All right, look up on the board. All right, first of all, is that a maximum or a minimum? That's a minimum, right? It's the lowest point on the graph. The vertex is the lowest point on the graph. The vertex could also be the what?
Highest.
The highest. So you have to understand the difference. Believe it or not, I had to tell some people why that's a minimum and why it's a maximum. That just means you're not doing any thinking whatsoever. Or it's not funny. All right, I'm trying to find the minimum. So now, before I tell you how to find the minimum, here's what your calculator might say, and I need you to look up. The minimum, it might say something like this. It might say, for example, 0.374569 E negative 8, comma, negative 4.99999. All right, all you're doing is looking up on the board. That's it. So what does the negative 4.9999 probably mean?
5.
Negative 5. Now, again, if I were in charge of the programming, I would have fixed it so it would round that to negative 5, which can be done. I'm not sure why they're doing it. All right. The next thing is, I want you to look at the 0.3745629 E negative 8. That is scientific notation for, guess what? 0. Now, that's kind of a flaw in the program also. All right. The E represents times 10. All right. So sometimes on your calculator, it'll say 2.99999. You have the opportunity then to know that that just means 3, but there's a flaw in the program that doesn't allow it to tell you exactly what it is. I need everybody to look up and say they understand that this number right here looks like 0.37.
Yeah.
Because people don't read the whole number. The whole number is what? E to the negative 8. As soon as you see e to the negative 8, you know that that is what? 0. All right, so the answer here is 0, negative 5. All right, which we already knew. All right, but now I'm showing you how to do that on your calculator. So here we go. Now again, can be frustrating unless you listen. All right, so we're going to calculate the minimum. So to calculate the minimum, you have to hit the second button, and then it's trace. And above trace is the word calc. Now we're trying to calculate the what? The minimum, which is 3. You can either hit 3 or you can scroll down. Now, before you go any place, I need you to put your eyes up here now. What?
It keeps saying that when I wrap it.
Okay, you go to, when you hit go to, it'll take you down to the mistake. Here. Now graph. Hey, you're still talking. I don't want you talking. All right, same here. No more talking. Now you're good. Now, second calc. Now, look up on the board because, again, this was hard for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. I'm going to call this right up here. Listen to me. This right here is going to be what's referred to as my cursor, which is going to be on your graph. This little thing right here that zooms around your graph. This is called the cursor. Is everybody with me? Right now, my cursor is to the right of the vertex. Hanson, are you listening to me?
Yeah.
Come on, come on. Pay attention. I need eyes up here. Sit up like I've tried to tell you for 2 years now. Sit up, pay attention. I am to the what? To the right of the vertex. Now I am what? To the left. In order for your calculator to find the vertex, I've got to move the cursor anywhere to the left of the vertex. As long as you're to the left of the vertex, you can hit enter. All right? So you should be somewhere to the left of the vertex. Hit enter. Is that good?
Yeah.
Then what comes up? Right bounds. So now you move your cursor to the what? To the right side, anywhere to the right of the vertex. And then once you do that, you hit enter. Now it says guess. Do I care about guessing? No, hit enter. It does say, if it doesn't say that, then you did what? You did it wrong. True? All right, so here we go. Try again. Second calc. Shh. I don't know why you're talking. I'm trying to communicate. I don't need the talking. Second calc. We're going to do the minimum. So you're doing the 3, correct? Hey, Caroline. Man, I'm trying to help you. I can't tell if you're okay. I'm trying to ask you, where are you at?
Like it moved Because I was down.
Yeah, same.
I'm asking. You got to pay attention. You ready? I'm going to show you. Remember, this is a listening lesson. You hear me? So I need to know, here is my cursor. My cursor right now is to the right. Now my cursor is what? When I do this problem, second calc, minimum, it says left bound. I need to go to the left of the vertex. Do you agree with me or not?
Yeah.
So am I to the left of the vertex?
Yes.
So I can hit enter.
Yeah.
Now, once you hit enter, it's going to say what? Right bound. Now I've got to take this cursor and use the arrow, the right arrow, to move it anywhere to the right. You can't hit enter 3 times and expect to get a right answer. All right, once you move it to the right, now you hit enter. And then it comes up what? Guess. And I already said, do I care about guessing? No. So you hit enter a 3rd time, and then magically this cursor will end up at the minimum. And that minimum is the what? The vertex. All right, so if you forget the formula, I'm showing you how you can find the vertex with knowing absolutely nothing. Does everybody understand that? So now it says the vertex, for some of you, it just comes out and says 0, -5. For some of you, it might give you a scientific notation for 0 and say -4.999. But because you're paying attention, you know that that just means what? 0, -5. Come on now. Understanding your calculator gives you a huge advantage over people who do not know the calculator. All right, that's why it's important to me. All right, quick.
I don't know if this is a good question, but when it says e to the -7, it's still 0.
It's still 0. It doesn't matter. That was just some arbitrary number I just
So
found.
anything e to the negative.
E, that's what I said. E to a negative number is what? 0. That's how I want you to think about it. All right, that's it. E to the number is going to be 0. All right? Now, just because I know you're trying to drive me a little crazy, I want everybody to go to question number 3, and we're going to type that into the calculator, and then you're going to try to tell me what the vertex is. Now, in this case, the vertex is a what? Maximum or a minimum? It's a maximum. So type it in quickly. Chop, chop. All right, please make sure you know how to use your calculator. That just means you didn't type it, you typed in a minus instead of a negative. All right? Yes, I know. All right, come on. Come on, keep going. Don't wait. Now you're going to try to second calc. What did you do? Oh, I know. We're trying to find that. Second calc. Yes. Now go to the what? What did you pick? Maximum. Good. Now are you to the left? Are you to the left? Where's left? Did it? That's the left. You're to the left.
It's still right.
So hit enter. Now you need to move to the right. Yes. Now you're to the right. Hit enter. Now no guessing. What does it say the answer is? Come on now. Don't you dare read all those decimals.
0.
What does that say? 9999999.
How'd you get 99999?
Yay. Don't worry about hers. You worry about you.
Wait, what?
Come on, come over here. Oh, you're getting this is smackdown right now. Smackdown's coming your way. Come on, let's go. Keep going. Keep going. After you do that, your job is to finish the worksheet, but check it with your calculator. Listen to me. Get back. Second calc. Now, is this a minimum or maximum? Now, you have to be to the left of the maximum. Now you're to the left. Yes, now you gotta be to the right. No guessing. What are you doing? What are you doing?
So, minimum max.
Seriously? Seriously? Is that a maximum or a minimum?
Minimum.
Some of you are asking me, I'm trying to find the minimum and it's the maximum. Yes. Mental health.
Wait,
Yes.
why not?
We have no mental. So mental.
Wait,
You should mental, bro.
That's not real.
How do you know what to minimum and what's max?
If it goes up, it's the maximum. If it goes down,
So that's
I've never
heard of
that's minimum. Yeah.
Sebastian, how'd you know that?
Wait, what song?
But you gotta type the
I did something way wrong. And I'm not sure what. Wait, take me to the
Come on.
Okay, I have that.
Take me to your best friend.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I got number frames right.
How did you do it?
Because 13 plus 16 is 19. 19 minus 8 is 11.
There is no like 19.
You did
Oh,
19.
you're having trouble with .99999. What is
Oh,
that?
no, but that's not
Is
what
there
I
an
got.
E?
That's not what I got before this. My question is
Trash.
like pizza. So the cursor didn't show up after Vertex was ready.
That means you did it wrong.
It didn't show up when you just did that either.
Yes, it is. It's on the top right
Guys,
there.
if you're
That's-
not, you know, wait, look. It is like you don't have to do that.
Inside my calculator.
No, if you're
I go to the left.
I'm gonna be a little back.
That's the one time when you're here and before it is not.
Just take the Latin quiz now.
Busy.
Oh yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
See the answers up. Take a screenshot. Okay.
I didn't even know where you sit.
Well, it's that's on my desk. Well, tell me yeah, I did it. I sure hope you don't. Okay, so can I just do it? I also feel like I'm going to Vanderbilt. Why not? Wait, it's in like the dog. They're not sketchy. And you don't bet with white. You can adopt that. What did you do? How did you do that?
Now move it to the right.
Can you like buy turning that on? No, I can.
Can you buy something?
Will, can you buy not how that works? Can you buy that one time? How works? You can buy something.
Well, only you would ask that.
Yeah. Dude, I saw this sign. No.
Children is the best people.
For children. Hey, give that back.
Yeah, my mom got me that.
No, that style.